This is a test of the Boundary Park alert system. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Latics football phone-in.
Yeah. Yes. How's your week been, Matt?
Been all right. Are you all right? I just deafened Dave.
Deafened me, big style.
The theme music was a bit loud in the headphones. But yeah, we're good now, Dave.
That's better. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah.
Woo. Been had a good week, Dave.
Yeah. Award winners.
We won an award. So thank you to the Northwest Football Awards. Sorry we couldn't be there this evening, but it was on Monday.
Yeah. How did you feel Tuesday, Matt?
Pretty rough.
How was that bad?
I wasn't too bad. I was just very tired.
Well, it was a bit. It's good after a downer that was Wrexham. Yeah. Wrexham was bad, weren't it?
It was Bobbins. Gareth, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, thank you, Gareth. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I met Rowetta.
Thank you, Graham.
And I was dancing with Callum Best. You upset Dion Dublin, didn't you?
I don't know why.
Because you took the piss out of him.
I didn't take the piss out of him.
Well,
I just posed with my award in my shirt,
like a medallion.
But yeah, it was. Well, look, we were having a good time. It's all right for Dion Dublin. She goes to award ceremonies all the time. We don't, do we?
No, for good reason.
Yeah. So we got drunk and acted like idiots.
Yeah,
and enjoyed ourselves.
It was great. And how did you feel when the nominations came out? You know, when they read them out, and it was like, and the winner is the Boundary Park alert. At time froze for me.
I was just glad I got back from the toilet in time. Because I knew they didn't, because I was busting, but so it was relief more than anything. But yeah, I was dead happy, dead proud that we won the award. So thanks to everybody who listens and gets involved, because it's a team effort. But mainly me.
You dedicated the award to someone special, but people will have to wait for the podcast on Monday, because there is a live clip of Matt's dedication, which when you said it, I was nearly on my knees on stage, and Rowetta was like looking at me.
It, didn't she?
She did. But I was just laughing. And Paul Lake said, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "You thought I was crying?" But no. And the people at BBC Radio Manchester were very nice. Mike Meany and Bill Rice. Got the audio of that just after we won as well. So it's
cracking pork pies at the end.
Well, you did have enough of them, didn't you?
Anyway, so that's all that now. So we won't milk that until the podcast again at the weekend. But should we talk to some people?
Yeah.
What did you put out on your agenda?
Well, we had an agenda, and hopefully Ryan Hamer will get on, because he came up with a great point today about certain Jack Stobbs. But the agenda for tonight is the poor form down to injuries or poor coaching by David Unsworth? Connor Brown is coming back.
Is he?
Well, is he?
Is he though?
I don't know.
It's just a rumour on Twitter.
Well, it's just rumours. Mark Kitchen's debut, good or bad? What do you think?
I'm trying to think of a kitchen sink pun that I can use, so just come back to me.
Okay, smooth. You've had all week. When Hogan returns, would Sheeran be better suited in midfield rather than defence? And the next one from Ryan Hamer. Big shout out to Ryan.
This is longer than our OASF AGM agenda. Never mind.
Jack Stobbs, would he improve the team if he came back in? Gives us more width, a bit more pace. Good point.
Is he injured, or has he just been dropped?
I believe someone said he was injured, but he played for the B team against
Tranmere.
No, he didn't play against Tranmere. He played against Macclesfield, and that was the last we saw of him.
Right.
So, and yeah.
Who should we bring in first?
Let's bring in Ibby.
What?
Evening, guys.
How are you doing?
How you doing, mate? You okay?
I'm all right. Well done for winning your awards yesterday. I'm proud of both of you.
Thank you very much indeed.
And Andy as well. Can't forget Andy Halliwell, because he's done a lot of work as well. So a big shout out to Andy Halliwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about Andy, sadly. So well done to him.
Oh, brilliant! Oh, well, thank you. What would you like to say, Ibby?
It's just disappointing that we've come out of the FA Cup against Wrexham.
Yeah, we got battered though, didn't we?
Absolutely, it's mistakes after mistakes, and I need to be very careful what I'm end up saying, because I've been told that David Unsworth wants to have a meeting with me.
Right.
So I need to be very careful as to what I say. I don't know what he's asked me to come in for. I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Do you think it's to do with recruitment or tactical advice?
It's everything at the moment.
No, do you think he wants to meet you because he wants your assistance when it comes to the squad and recruitment, or do you think something else?
Something you've said that maybe has upset him? Do you think?
If I have upset him, I do apologize to him, but I think it might be something else, and I'm just looking forward to sitting down with him,
right,
discussing my feelings. I want to hear what his plans are, because nobody out of the club is even coming out to let us know what is happening.
Well, don't worry. Myself and Andy have just Darren Royal has just left this very room. We've recorded an interview with him for the podcast, so that'll be out on probably next week.
That's good news.
That's good news. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So and we know that Dave, despite having to speak to David Unsworth, is still up for coming on the podcast and to talk to you in more depth.
Well, he knew that you and Andy were here, and he knew that I wasn't here, so he refused point blank because he wanted to speak to the main man. So
we need some signing. He's target some very good players. I don't want to end up naming them because I think it could be he's upset with me leaking names out.
Right.
And there's some very cracking players he's lined up, and I really hope that Frank and the club really get these players in, because if they can pull one player, I won't name him, but it will absolutely be a coup.
What position does he play?
He's a goal scorer, but he's homesick. He wants to return back to the UK.
Right. Interesting.
And it's with the older fans were happy with Lee Hughes at the time, but believe me, if Unsworth signs this fella, I think we will absolutely be rolling up that league.
Right.
Well, we need something, don't we? We need it by Saturday, really, don't we? I'm not sure what the scores are, Dave, in the National League at the minute, and how it's affecting us. If Scunthorpe are managing to do a job on Wrexham this evening or what, but it's very, very touch and go at the minute, isn't it? And look, I mean, this is a comment. We're going to throw this up. National League looks inevitable.
Inevitable.
Bloody
hell, Rob! Come on, give him a chance. I know I've been saying 4-4-2, but from looking at it, we've just got to just give him a bit of time. I know it's not ideal and it is hard. Scunthorpe are losing 2-1 to Wrexham, but all to play for in that. And guess what formation Scunthorpe are playing?
4-4-2.
Oh, just a bit.
What score did you say?
It was 2-1 to Wrexham.
Yeah.
Torquay are joined with Dorking, and Bromley are joined with Woking. So yeah, it's not the end of the world. Don't worry.
Yeah, so last night, Barnet won 5-0 apparently, and it's a very good appointment today with Steve Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on at the club, and the owners have been in charge for 3 months. It's not a very long time. Some kind of complimentary, superb professional Matt and Dave.
Cheers, Paddy. Thank
you. Always the case. So thank you very much, Patrick, for that.
Unless you try and deafen me with the bloody headphones. So what do you think on Saturday then, Ibby? Before we let you go, do you think we're going to win, or do you think Barnet are going to turn us over, because they have come off a few?
I'm hoping that we do win, because we need some luck. But Barnet last night winning 5-0, I think it will be a difficult game, and I really hope David Unsworth can get the 3 points and take the monkeys off his back.
Listen, Ibby, we do us a favour. When you've had your meeting with David Unsworth, will you come on and let us tell us about it?
Yeah, I will do. Hopefully, if I get permission off him. But I'm looking forward meeting him, and it's very nice of him asking me to come in and see him.
Yeah, well, yeah, mate. Honestly, we always try and communicate with the fans, and if you could communicate with the fans as well, you could give you a platform in this show to tell us how it went. So, thanks again for calling,
worries, guys. Thank you.
Cheers, Ibby.
Cheers,
Talk to you
mate.
soon, mate.
Take care.
I must say, Dave, you look very bonny in that top.
I know.
Almost like a bee.
Hallworth match wall.
Look at you there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And Gerrard, so it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's very, very snazzy.
It is.
I need to up my game, me. Don't I? I'm wearing the same shirts every week.
Yeah,
look at you.
I just changed.
I'm not sad. Get like.
Who are we going to bring in now? Should we bring in Andy?
Yeah.
Let's bring Andy.
Let's bring in Andy. Andy, come and talk to us.
Hi, Andy. All right, mate?
Hi, lads. All right.
Thanks for calling in again, mate. Great to have you
on
again.
No problem. Congratulations for Monday night.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much,
Thank
mate.
you very much.
Well done. Well deserved.
Thank you.
Just want to say, lads, that today's signing that the club have made with regards to the recruitment, absolutely superb.
Really?
I can't remember how many years ago it is since we've had a proper backroom staff that are just looking at recruitment.
Mm.
And it just shows to me, I don't know the ins and outs, and you've just had a meeting with Darren, but it just shows to me that behind the scenes, we're actually becoming a professional football club.
Well, I went down to Little Wembley the other day. Just sorry to interrupt you there, and Little Wembley being back up and running, and the youth playing on it. I spoke to Darren briefly, and he was just so proud and so happy that Little Wembley was back where it was, it was just nice to see the emotion in his eyes, really, because he said that he remembers the first team at Clayton, before Clayton, playing on this and training on this when his dad was in charge. And they spent, I don't know, I think there's a figure banded around about 20 grand just to get this back up and running, because it had been left as a cesspit by the previous regime, being for the rugby to train on. So
let me just bring this in here from Rob, right? Best backroom staff in National League North. First of all, we're not in National League North, Rob. We're still in National League.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can't build a football. I mean, you can't just bring in players and expect them to get on with it themselves, can you? And organise themselves and look after themselves as physios and train themselves and all this kind of stuff. So, like you saying, Andy, we need that backroom structure, don't we, in order to progress
without
on the pitch.
Doubt. I don't know where people like Rob are getting off on this. Do they want us to be top of the league the first day that we come back in the league? I just despair with people like Rob all over Twitter. You've got to wait for things to happen. We've no divine right for nothing.
Yeah,
no. It's true. And look, at the end of the day, we're all football fans. We're all come away from games when we get beat, like on Saturday after those 3 away games on the bounce, losing them all. Sometimes it's hard to keep, the optimism and to keep your pecker up. It's difficult, but like, ultimately, there's a bigger picture at play, and we would have loved to come down and won more games, won't we? Obviously, but it is what it is. And I think at the end of the day, if next season's a complete disaster, then we've got problems. But I can't see it being the case, to be honest.
What did do you know what, lads? Here's one for you. If we'd started this league and we'd have been now sort of level with Notts County and Wrexham, would we have thought that the club was in such a mess? We'd have thought, oh yeah, this is easy. We'll be back in the league. But I'll tell you what, we wouldn't progress like I think we're going to progress now the backroom staff are all sorted out.
The thing is that we could never be in that position because of the way the club has been. Like, that was just impossible. There was no way on this planet that we were going to come down and challenge at the top end of the table with the squad of players that we've got under the circumstances that we've been through. So
I think also,
will you tell the people like Rob that then? Well, because they're not listening.
I think what it is people look at the bad things when you're losing. If we'd have won the first 10 games and we'd have been up there with Notts County, none of this like shit show on Twitter, sorry to excuse me language, of people just digging at everything. Oh, they've got a multi-faith room. Oh, they painted the steps, we're going to score loads of goals with that. Do you know what I mean? And just criticising players, calling them out at Maidenhead. People just look at the negatives when you're in a negative culture. And they're trying to change this culture ever so slightly and ever so surely. And I get frustrated, but like the rest of us, when we play poorly, believe me, because I have the right to, because I'm a fan. But there's a ways and means of communicating this negativity and frustration. We've got to back the team. You know, against Wrexham, if I'm honest with you, I thought the crowd was pretty poor because it was just negative chanting, self-deprecating chanting, booing the players at any opportunity at half-time, and calling Ryan Reynolds an alleged such and such.
Yeah.
And it was just, there's just no need. Just get behind the team. As soon as we went 1-0 down, all right, it was a poor goal to concede by Luke Weiler flapping at the ball. But we are where we are, aren't we?
It is hard, though.
Of course we are.
It is hard to get behind the team when they're performing like they are. It is difficult. I struggled on. I kind of was sober, so that doesn't help. But but it is hard work.
First time.
It actually, in a strange way, it actually did us a favour on Sunday, getting beat so easily, because it gave me a reality check, and I looked at 1 to 11 there, and I thought Kitchen, the new guy, I thought he played all right on Sunday.
He had some. He had some moments where he showed he's got some promise, didn't he? For sure, getting forward quite quick with the ball at his feet.
Yeah. What we don't need is these new players like him with a bit behind him coming in and getting the negativity off the rest of the guys.
So,
I don't think 3/4 of the team are good enough for this league, and that's the top and bottom of it. But
do you think Hogan coming back will make a big difference? Because obviously, 10 weeks. He's been out for 10 weeks, and there's no denying our form's dropped since he's been out of the squad. Really, you know what I mean? And bringing him back in defence and having a character who can lead from the front. He's our club captain. I think that's going to make a massive difference.
I think it got to give him a couple of weeks to get up to match standard. But once he does, I'm expecting us not to ship as many goals in. Because we need somebody at the back. We've got kids at the back, really.
Yeah.
Carragher
was a big loss, wasn't he? Because he went back, and I thought
absolute class he was.
Yeah, he was.
He really was. But this guy from Stoke has kind of gone downhill, I think. Whether he thinks it's too comfortable and it's too easy, I don't know. But first couple of games I was impressed, and now it's like, whether he's in or out, it doesn't really do anything for me.
What did you think of the tactics on Sunday, though? Did you think he was defensive and quite negative?
I think his tactics reflect the team and the players that he's got in front of him. I think he went there, Wrexham, just wanting not to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
It wasn't a case of going for a draw and bringing back to ours, or even a win. It was, let's not get embarrassed and let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Which is sad, but I'm 110% behind Unsworth and all the rest of the guys, and I'm sure they'll turn it round.
Well, we have to give it time, don't we? I mean, there's absolutely no point bringing a manager in under the circumstances that we've had at the football club, and then saying, well, you've not won enough games in your first 10 games, you're gone. And then you have the same situation with the next manager, and so on and so forth, because nobody gets the time to get it right. So we've been through that. We've been down that road. I'd rather give him 3 years, and if it's not worked, say, right, well, we gave you 3 years. It's not worked. Let's find somebody else. But I'd rather do that than start pushing the panic button after 10 games.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah. I brought up on Twitter this week that look at Joe Rowe when he started at Oldham. Look at Ferguson when he started at Man United. Their first couple of seasons were crap.
It just doesn't happen overnight, does it?
It doesn't. It just doesn't.
But we have to hope that something starts to click over the next couple of weeks, so we start getting some points on the board and moving
it will.
on. For me, I would like to see him, especially at home at the weekend, go with 4 at the back,
4-4-2,
and have a real go at Barnet, because we've got to win a game. Like, we've got to get points on the board. I'm not bothered about going out of the cup really, but Saturday it's not a must-win game, but it's.
If we get a result against Barnet, I think it'd be a good result. You know what I mean? Good for confidence, good for our home form, good for the players, because they're no mugs, Barnet, and they're not going to roll over gently, because I think they scored 5 against Wrexham in a 7-5 defeat. So they won 5, and Ibby said quite rightly that they won 5-0 the other night. So did
you talk tactics with Darren?
Not really. No, we're hoping to speak
No.
to Dave Unsworth in the next
Yeah.
couple of weeks anyway, so we can ask him
Yeah.
about that. But
listen, lads, I'll go and let somebody else get on because I've been on ages. So
cheers, mate. No, good to talk to you, Andy.
Cheers, pal.
All the best.
No
mate.
worries.
Cheers, pal. Ollie, your device, it says it's not connected, so I'm going to kick you from the studio and then you can try again.
Click the link
please.
again, mate. And
Just
then
try again, and we'll bring in Michael.
There he is.
Hey,
Michael.
Hello, guys.
How you doing, mate?
I'm all right.
So go on, tell us, what did you make of the weekend?
It's obviously we can't really judge Unsworth too much, but like the tactics just aren't working. So like we'll play like a 4-4-2, say, and players can't play it.
Well, he changed this. He changed the formation to the previous game, but in the first half it didn't work, and then he stuck with the 5 at the back, and then the second half he played 4 at the back. And it was funny because that guy mentioned, didn't he, that was still behind us, about them leaving 3 up top for that throw-in.
Yeah.
And then straight away we conceded a goal from it, and that killed the game. But I think they were trying to have more possession in the opposition half. In the second half, and it was working to a degree. I thought we were going to get one. I thought this coming, and then we gave away a really soft goal from a throw-in.
Yeah, well, it's just confidence in it, and playing Timmy Abraham up front on his own against.
No, it's Tammy we've got.
Tammy, sorry.
That guys behind us was shouting Tammy, weren't they?
Yeah, Tammy. Yeah,
Tammy,
yeah. No, it's definitely Timmy. But yeah, playing him up front against 3 experienced National League defenders of top quality.
Not going to work.
I thought it was really, it wasn't the best decision made by Unsworth.
It just. I watched the football, and it's just when you watch it for about 20 minutes, you just feel like you want to turn it over. It's just not enjoyable.
Yeah. Again, as I think, as Daniel said, on Sunday we changed to a 4-4-2. We only conceded 1, and it was a fluky goal, and it was a Maynard sort of assist from a flick header. I thought Luke Weiler should have played a lot better in that situation and come and claim the cross. I know it was an air post header, but definitely Luke Weiler was a bit. What's the word?
A bit rusty.
Rusty.
He didn't really try and command his area, did he?
No, I'm joking. No.
It was. Look, it is what it is, but
you can't really give him grief. The guy probably hasn't really touched the ball in a cup or a actual league game since the start of the season.
No, that's true, but
it's a difficult one because
you're a professional keeper. You've got to be ready at any time. Like if you're a keeper, you're on the bench. You don't touch the ball often during it. Well, you do if you're a Latics keeper, but you don't. It's a different kind of mindset, I think, for a goalkeeper. But you've got to be ready, haven't you? And I don't think he did enough at the weekend to carry on in goal. I think Norman will get his players back on Saturday, don't you, Michael?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I think he's given him a chance, and that's about it now. Unfortunately, it sounds bad, that doesn't it? But
I think if we get turned over by Barnet, I think they've got to be questions asked. Like,
well, Barnet for 8th, aren't they? 8th and 9th. So again, I don't think it's the be all and end all. If I'm honest with you, I think if we're in the relegation zone by Christmas, I think then there's going to be some questions to be asked. But then again.
But what questions can we ask though?
No, I don't know.
There's not that.
There's so limited questions what you can ask and what.
Yeah, it's the situation's not going to change overnight, So we just have to see. But listen, we've still got 5 or 10 minutes. If you want to give us a call, if you don't know how, this is how. The Latics Football Phone is live every Wednesday between 8:30 and 9:30. If you want to join the conversation, then you need to join us on our StreamYard link, which looks something like this. You'll find the StreamYard link in our pinned post on Facebook, Twitter, and in the comments section on YouTube. So if you want to join the debate, that's how you do it. Oh, there we go.
Nice and smooth again. Paddy will be loving that professionalism. I'm surprised when I heard from Paddy the voyeur of doom and gloom.
Anyway, you can't be professional at something that you don't get paid to do, can you? So it doesn't matter. Whereas amateur as our income from this dictates.
Yeah,
so.
if we did get paid for this, it just goes to show how good we are because we don't get paid anything.
Yeah, there's a wheel of wonder going begging here, isn't there?
There is.
Michael's done it, so we can't. Sorry, Michael. We can't.
So the next caller to call in will get on the wheel of wonder.
Ooh.
So
providing you haven't been on it before.
Yeah,
you have to be a first time.
Yeah, it'd be don't ring in again. I'm only kidding. But yeah, so
are you going on Saturday, Michael?
Well, I've got a season ticket, so I wouldn't not go.
So what's your score prediction going to be, mate?
I can't see us getting anything out of it.
Oh, here we go. We've got a caller.
I think you said that about.
I think he's on the
Wrexham,
bus,
didn't you? Oh yeah, Is he on the bus? Right, we're going to bring him in. Thanks for calling, Michael.
Cheers.
You're a star, mate. Cheers,
Thanks,
pal.
Take care.
All right, Graham.
You're on mute. Graham.
He's not on mute.
Graham.
Has he called us by accident?
Graham,
have you called us by accident? I think.
Graham, are you there, mate?
Graham was trying to order something to eat when he got home.
I don't know.
On the
So
Latics football phone.
There you go. You see, the link is there, and Graham just called in.
Yeah, well, he doesn't seem to want to join in, or he can't join in, or whatever.
John's here. John.
Oh, let's try Graham again.
Let's try Graham again. Graham, can you hear us, mate? Can't hear us, no.
He's shaking his head.
No. It's probably because you've got your headphones in and that voice gone.
Anyway, let's
here's John.
John.
You all right, lads?
How you doing, mate?
How are you?
All right, yeah. Not too bad yourselves?
Yeah, good, mate. Where you calling from, pal?
I'm lying on the couch, mate.
Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Are you ready to play a bit of? Are you ready to? We'll play the Wheel of Wonder first, and you can make your point. So yeah, if you could just spin the reel, Matt, and spin the play titles.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Play titles
and action. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wheel of Wonder.
Thanks, Matt. And tonight's prizes are a Boundary Park Alert System T-shirt, a jar of beef paste. A signed photo of Matt and Dave. An OAFC replica shirt. An OAFC set of coasters of 4. Mike Keegan, this is how it feels book. 2 complimentary tickets for the next home game. However, if you get a red card from the ref, you get nothing on the Wheel of Wonder.
John, how excited are you? Scale of 1 to 10.
Honestly, mate, I've just had to stand up.
You've had to stand up?
I've had to get off the couch.
Because you just
your adrenaline's rushing through your body. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm just buzzing. It's like watching 5 at the back.
Amazing.
It's not that good.
Look, Dave's got a pallet of shit paste, beef paste.
That's a sponsorship
in his
gone.
garage
Never mind.
That we need to get.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So we could do his.
So after 3, 2, 1, so spin the wheel. 3, 2, 1.
Spin the wheel.
Oh yeah, there we go. Beef paste. Oh, beef paste!
Yes.
What's the beef paste? So, do you want to get it? Do you want us to get it signed by anyone?
I'll just take the beef paste, lads. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, we don't do any substitutes like crab, chicken, or ham, or anything like that. It's just beef.
Has to be
the beef. Yeah, we'll probably. What size T-shirt are you, mate?
Medium.
Right, sound. We might chuck a T-shirt in. Might do.
Got that beef paste T-shirt.
The beef paste T-shirt. Yeah. What point did you want to make anyway, mate? Before we ad hoc you and jumped on the Wheel of Wonder with you and everything like that.
I'm just sort of. I'd just like to see Unsworth have a go. You know what I mean? He's trying to keep it solid. He's playing. It seems sort of try not to lose and nick one sort of a thing. And, he's had a go at that for 10 games and it's just awful. Just have a go at trying winning a game.
Yeah. It's no football fan wants to watch their team not have a go, do they? It's just so frustrating. We've got to get bodies up the pitch, haven't we? And we've got to play in their half. And you know, I'd rather lose 3-2 than 1-0. You know, I'd rather lose having a goal and scoring some goals and getting into the habit of scoring goals at least. We've lost 6-1 on aggregate in the last 3 games, and that's just rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awful to watch, and you know, and I get it, and you know, he's probably not got the players he wants, and you know, give him time, but he's had 10 games at playing how he's playing now, and you still get the same amount of points for losing and having a go and losing, don't you? You do for sitting on the toes of all your defenders and toes of your keeper and losing.
Exactly. I mean, David's made this point that by New Year's Day we'll have played Barnet, Boreham Wood, Solihull, and a double header with Notts County. We could be rooted in the bottom 4. We could be. He says it needs to be 4-4-2 all day long. I mean, it needs to change. You know, Unsworth, you know, knows more about coaching than we do and about tactics and formations than we do. Something has to change, and we have to start scoring goals because we won't win games until we do.
Who do you think what did you think of Hallam Hope coming back? Do you think he was just a bit off the pace on Sunday? Did you watch it?
To be honest with you, I watched it. I think it would probably, my opinion. I know I'm not a manager. I coach an amateur team, and that's about it. But it's just you don't throw someone in like that after 10 weeks. He's going on about I won't fit the all-out and all that. How fit could Hallam Hope have been when he started that game?
Yeah. I would have started with a bit more pace, maybe put Fondop and Timmy, whatever.
Them two up top together for me.
Fondop caused havoc against Wrexham at all, didn't he? With his physicality when he was up there on his own.
Was he trying to rest him? Do you think? Maybe. Do you think he was trying to get away with giving him a game off? Because he's played like
I just don't know what the tactics were. I thought they were negative. I thought it was hard to watch. And I thought Unsworth bottled it on Sunday, if I'm honest with you.
I think he did. I think he had an opportunity to try and attack from the off. When I was saying it was a free hit last week, that's what I meant. I didn't mean it was like it doesn't matter if he didn't win, but I thought he had the opportunity to really try something different. He will argue that he had a different formation, that he played 3 up top. But with the mindset of the team and the defensive mindset, we dropped into that defensive shape, and we had 1 up top in reality, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's just the way it is. But listen, are you going on Saturday, John?
Yeah, I'll be going.
Yeah, we'll all keep turning up in the hall.
I'll have a nice big jar of juicy beef paste for you, mate. On brand, because we are in a cost of living crisis.
Yeah.
But you can buy us both a pint for winning the Northwest Football Awards.
We'll have to check with the supporters bar that you're allowed to bring your own beef paste.
Well, it's glass as well.
They do have a beef paste policy, don't they?
No glass policy. Don't throw it on the pitch like a tennis ball.
You're right with glass. It's beef paste. You have to be
beef
careful.
Paste.
So we'll check that.
I tell you, I'll buy you both a pint and I'll bring 3 muffins and I'll show the beef.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. You see.
Well, maybe we'll see. Does it come in different times? Does it come in a tube?
No. That's Primula, mate.
Oh, right, okay. Anyway, right. Listen, that'll do. I think that'll do for tonight.
We're talking about condom. What's your favourite condiment?
But thanks for getting involved, everybody.
It's not a condom. It's a paste.
It's a paste. I think my favourite paste is probably
best paste.
Toothpaste.
No, it's toothpaste.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's an important
paste that gets rid of the beef
daily paste. Anyway, thanks, John. I'm going to get you. I don't want you associated with this nonsense anymore.
We're award-winning. We're award-winning content.
Just because we're award-winning doesn't mean we can let standards drop any further than they already are. David, is there anything we need to tell anybody about before we go?
Just listen out for the podcast is out live.
Is it
not live? It's out at 7 a.m. with a feature interview with Darren Royal. A bit of content from the awards.
Yeah. And all that. Yeah. So thanks. Get down to Boundary Park on Saturday. Get behind the team. Dave wants me to point this out because that's either as a compliment or as a scold.
No, you can't scold with partridge.
Horseradish is the best condiment.
Never.
Interesting. This is all ready for next week's debate when we talk about Latics plus condiments, paste,
condiments of Asia,
and other things.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, this is why we're trying to keep it to 30 minutes because otherwise, it just
the Brian Cox impressions will be coming out soon.
Descends into nonsense. So thank you very much for getting involved. Thanks for watching, and see you on Monday for the podcast.
See you later.
The Latics Football Phone-In is hosted and produced weekly by Matt Dean and Dave Bradley for Q Pod Productions. Please follow and interact with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok at OAFC Podcast, and subscribe to youtube.com/The Boundary Park Alert System. The Latics Football Phone-In is released as a podcast every Friday morning at 7 a.m. and follows the Boundary Park Alert System podcast every Monday morning also at 7 a.m. A huge thank you goes to those people who already subscribe and support the podcast. We appreciate you all, and if you'd like to help us out, please visit oafcpodcast.co.uk and click support or find the link in the podcast show notes. It's only $2.99 per month, and we'll draw a subscriber at random every month to win an Oldham Athletic shirt of your choice. A special mention must go to Lee's Field Development for providing the prizes on the Wheel of Wonder. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, please get in touch. The title music for the show is by Manchester DJ and producer Starion, and for more information visit bandcamp.com/Red Laser Records. Thanks for watching or listening, and we'll see you next time.